Ticker symbol ASRE is in fact the play to be looking at, team. I have gone ahead and ran a back test on the 5-day time frame of volatility versus momentum, and it has led to some serious upside targets that we can validate and look at within this session. Let's go ahead and go over those charts and metrics before tomorrow's session for a true edge over the trade. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with an ASRE technicals, raw price action, and statistical threat of analysis on this Hump Day Wednesday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, so we are looking at ASRE on the daily time frame, and as you can see here, that this is a true breakout out of this very bullish formation called a descending channel. Okay, team, so please notice right down here that our ARQ algorithm, this is the, from the little ad that you just saw in the beginning of this video, this is one of the indicators that would be included within that pack. And notice that if we were to follow the price action here regarding the enhanced MACD, we got a bull signal right down here at the opening of this candle at about 1398. Currently, there has been no other bear signal in line. Okay, so now if you are one of the proud owners of the new ARQ indicators, so let's go ahead and just go over something real quick. This is the Bollinger Bands that you are looking at here, and you can see that they were very tight, aka contracted. Right, so when we start expanding like this, and in the manner of which it's doing, that is suggestive of a potential volatility play coming in towards whatever momentum is suggesting. So this is momentum represented by the blue dots, and that is representing an upside continuation. When we are expanding, the further that these dots get away from each other, that is indicative of a continuation towards that direction. Okay, team, so I'm talking about specifically to the upside. It can happen to the downside, but right now we're noticing an enormous separation because this is an enormous amount of volatility and expansion happening right now, team. So we would have opened at around that 13-14 cent level, currently sitting at 39 cents. Okay, so this is absolutely great. We were able to signal this play about 2 days ago in the live stream. Many ended up getting their of course, we're talking about the simulator trading, right, team? We're talking about paper trades here. Right, so many of the people ended up getting their entry at about 21, 22 cents, maybe even 23, right around there. Okay, team, so we are absolutely pumping to the upside, looking very good. Let's move on to the next chart and see what we have. So this here is the 5-day volatility versus momentum backtest that I performed throughout the entire trading history of the asset on the 5-day time frame. So these are all the samples that I have gathered. Okay, so if you need a little bit of context behind that, anytime that volatility has contracted to within the this 15 percentile of critical contraction and started an expansion phase alongside the stochastic momentum pivoted towards the upside, I have taken metric of that iteration's duration, the upside thrust, and the amount of times that the profile of volatility versus momentum have guessed the upside correctly versus incorrectly, represented by these vertical green lines. And it would be red if I did have an incorrect iteration, but unfortunately we don't. Well, fortunately and unfortunately, but the thing is that it's not going to last like that for too long, team. It's just the lack of iteration that we have here. We have 7 out of 7 guessed correctly to the upside, giving us an upside accuracy of 100%. The upside thrust here, or AKA the mean, is a massive 435 spot, 88% of which we are dangerously close to already succeeding. Okay, team, so that 435% upside is leading to 50 cents, 50.44 to be exact. And today's high, we ended up reaching about 44 cents. So we are just a sneeze away from that top side of the mean, right? So I'm not saying that this is the end of it. What I'm saying here is that the 5-day time frame stochastic momentum is absolutely with a moonshot pivot here. Great posture to the upside within the bullish control zone. And not only that, team, it is also now entering the gravitational zone of the bullish control zone. This essentially would gravitate us straight to the upside and continue onwards and upwards, okay, team? So this is looking absolutely powerful. Now, if we are looking historically, please notice here that this is about the high that we can face at about 99.3% to the upside based on this iteration back here in, let's see, June of 2006. So currently, we are sitting at about, we're sitting at about 75%. So there, you can see here that there's still quite a ways to go. And this is why I'm suggesting, or why I'm talking about, a potential grab of the upper bound of the first standard deviation, which is leading to a massive 1,300% move to the upside. Now, the standard deviation itself, if you're familiar with statistics, the bell curve, right? These are 68% of the performers in the center of the curve. Okay, now the upper bound of the first standard deviation is giving us that 1,300% move to the upside based on literally all the samples and the metrics and the square root of whatever. You don't want to listen to that story right now. Okay, so that's leading to that move. Now, if we are able to succeed 1,300% to the upside, it would be great, but we have to look at every viable resistance on that way up to the 1,300%, right? So these are statistics. They are not certainties. They should not be taken as such, and definitely not as financial advice, right? So the 1,300% move to the upside would essentially lead us to the top side of about $1.31, which just so happens to be very close to the 2.618 at $1.31. So now statistically and geometrically, the target is giving some validity. One more thing to look at here is on the Gaussian bands. Please take a look at this topside target, right? The Gaussian bands are currently located at about 124 right now, fluctuating just a little bit from 129 at yesterday's target. So this is giving us some pretty nice indications that there is a massive amount of confluence within that 130 target. And to be clear here, team, this actually may realize a little faster than what we think. And it's, I mean, well, first of all, team, the 868%, the average performers will end up right at about the mean band, which would essentially face a pullback. We'll get that validation for re-entry at about 50.66, right at the 1.618, potential bottom of about 47.10, before a continuation to the upside and eventually reaching and succeeding the top side of the first standard deviation, right? So that would be immensely great, but don't hear. I mean, you can take it however you will, but this may not be end of the play. This may not be the end of the play here at 131. There is a potential here that this can continue to the upside based on the present volatility and momentum placement. Also notice that we have an absolute, I mean, this is absolutely nice, team. Look at the volume profile. Look at this. We are definitely just on a moon bound here, man. So this is absolutely awesome. Please go ahead and just take it with a grain of salt. Do your own DD, right? So now, moving on here, team, we can actually see that, yes, we closed at that 39-cent level. The top side of the resistance that we were looking at for the immediate short term is actually located right above here at about 39.68 to 41.70. So now what we want to do is see if there is a potential pullback zone or an area to where we can get some of the straggling bulls, right? Some of the people that want to get long this ticker but don't know exactly where to be able to enter that trading, that paper trade entry, right? The simulator trade entry for training purposes, right? So let's go ahead and validate that potential, okay? So if we are going to get a pullback, we're going to have to see if some of our indicators are able to give us a downside suggestion, okay? So first of all, let's go ahead and pull, let me see if I can get it through here. This is the 1 hour time frame. Let me get rid of the moving averages here. Let me get rid of these indicators down here, and I'm going to go ahead and add armor. So this is the ARQ armor, which is giving us, I mean, this is the secret sauce here, team. This is what gives us an amazing short and long bias suggestion per the algorithm, right, team? So let's go ahead and just notice here on the 15-minute time frame if we have any potential downside suggestions, right? In fact, we don't. So if we don't, in fact, we have a long position here. So actually, you know what? Let me look at the 3-minute and the 1 minute, right? We have a 3-minute too. Let's see, even the 2-minute. Okay, everything is long, and the 1 minute. Let's see, everything is definitely long. Okay. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and refer back to the hourly time frame or even the 4 hour and see what we can face here. Okay. So, oh damn. All right. So yeah, this is a 4 hour bullish engulfing, which is indicative of a continuation to the upside, and it's a very Man, I can't tell you how crazy this is, because look at this. This 4-hour candle printed here as an indecision spinning top doji, followed by an enormous red candle here, and it pretty much just ignored this bearish engulfing and said, no, I think this is going to be a bullish engulfing. Let's get it. Right? So very interesting upside signals here, team. Absolutely invalidating the bear thesis in any which way possible. This is absolutely incredible, and I do see a continuation to the upside. But you know what? Let's go ahead and just pull off. Let's see if we can actually get the RSI. This may be able to tell us where we can face a little bit of a pullback. I don't know if you're noticing here, but starting from the immediate short-term 30-minute, literally everything is pivoted towards the upside. This is in the gravitational zone getting pulled to the upside. This is very much in the gravitational zone getting pulled to the upside. Upside pivot here on the 6-hour, upside pivot on the 8-hour, upside pivot on the 12-hour. Damn, daily time frame upside pivot, 3-day time frame in the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile, heavily influenced for an upside here. And also your 5-day time frame, macro time frame here, also located in the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile with an upside pivot on the SMA 14. Guys, this is highly likely going to continue to the upside, and I hope that you can read my lips when they're not present in your face. That I really mean when I say that there is a high likelihood that this can continue to the upside, just like we have been for the last 2 or 3 days from the signal that I gave out on the live stream. Okay, team. So yes, I am seeing here a continuation to the upside. Do not pretend like I didn't tell you. Check this out. This is the new 5-day candle that just printed today, and I want to point it out to you because this is of incredible importance. The pullback that we ended up looking at 33.15 today, which pretty much ended up at 33 flat. This is where I was telling everybody, you know what? I'm getting long at 33.15. That's where I'm getting long, right? Not everybody was in accordance with that, but we got that pullback all the way back down to 33, and it just so happens to be the 5-day Gaussian channel breakout and validation of the support before a continuation to the upside, man. That is absolutely great. One more thing that we need to talk about here, team, is in fact the 5-day three white soldiers. Okay, so this is literally one of the reasons that we were suggesting that an upside could be present here and highly likely. Okay, so this is absolutely powerful. There is still an upside suggestion here, and it looks like buy side conviction is absolutely stacking up. Okay, team. So I'm not gonna say anything other than I freaking told you. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this into consideration here, because there may be a shot to really look at our trading portfolios, and I'm talking about the paper trade portfolios getting some nice upside for us. Okay, team, if you are curious about what platform I'm using, this is the TradingView platform. You can go ahead and find the link in the description below so you can sign up for an account, as it would greatly help out my trading future. Okay, team, so I need you to please remember, don't take anything of which I show here, iterate or show, as any form of financial advice, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Okay, team? I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, I wish you well, a very, very good night, and I'll catch you at the bell mañana. Adios. Yeah.